Hi everyone, it's Derek from the iReady podcast here, and this is my reaction to the 2-each draw with Dundee United in the Premiership today. New manager and nothing really changes, does it? And I think this exactly highlights why we cannot be waiting 4 weeks or however many weeks it is for Muscat to come in, if that's what the rumours are telling us. That it just needs an instant change now with a proper manager. And I know that we can't really blame much of this on Stevie Smith. Him and his team, fair play to them, they've stepped into this role, but they should be nowhere near that role just now. And I think some of his naivety as a manager has came out today, because there was clear changes needed made and we lost the 2 goals when the changes should have been made about 10 minutes beforehand. That is kind of by the by, because the main issue though is the same players letting us down again. I know Russell Martin had been a vital part of our performances, or lack of, this season, but once again the players have let us down. And Maurice Ross, as much as he was on co-coms today and he was talking like he was interviewing for a coaching role, it was very correct in that second half where he says that we came out timid in the second half. We just needed to actually go through them, not in terms of deliberately injuring someone, but just actually laying a marker down. And that's what Dundee United done to us in the second half. And it's so frustrating because the first half was actually pretty decent. Not perfect by any means, but a huge improvement on what we had been seeing this season so far. However, we lined up with Butland, Tavernier, Suter, Cornelius, Meghoma, Rothwell, Raskin, Asgard, Ant-Man, Gassama and Miovski. On the subs bench we had Kelly, Aarons, Barron, Chermiti, Barami, Cameron, Jigga, Moore and Curtis. So really that first half, as I said, it was not perfect but a huge improvement. We're controlling the ball, but more importantly it was the midfield that we're controlling rather than the defenders controlling higher up the park. And we had dropped that suicidal high line as well. And the best thing, we had 24 attempted shots. Granted, most of them were blocked, and those that did get through weren't actually bothering the keeper, but it was a massive improvement from what we had seen all season so far. On the 9th minute we had a quick break from Dundee United, ending in a shot in the box just wide. 17th minute, Tavernier drives the ball from right into the middle and has a shot, but he slips just as he does so and it goes over the bar. 19th minute, Asgard has a shot from 20 yards, was deflected wide. However, he didn't need to wait much longer, because in the 24th minute Asgard puts us 1-0 up, and it was an absolute stunner. He drove the ball down the left. I think it was Gassama that played a lovely ball to him in the first place, but Asgard drove the ball down the left, a lovely drop of the shoulder, and cuts inside to take it past the first defender. He cuts into the box, he does the same again with the second defender and has a lofted shot high into the top right corner. A brilliant goal. 32nd minute, there was a break into the Dundee United box. That shot was blocked. The loose ball goes to Asgard, who shoots and a good save from their keeper. 37th minute, Miovski with a header just over the bar. 43rd minute, a stunning save from the Dundee United keeper. We were knocking the ball about well in the Dundee United final third, ending in Asgard with a shot on the left hand side, takes a deflection. It was going into the top left side, and a stunning diving save from the keeper to put it out for the corner. 44th minute to wrap up into half time. Another good save from their keeper after Ant-Man stabs the ball goal bound in the box, which nearly outfoxed the keeper there. So into half time, got to be happy with that. Granted, it was always dodgy the fact that it was only 1-0, and that's where we came a cropper, because we rested on our laurels in that second half. Dundee United kind of came out. They weren't dominating, but they were just putting themselves about the place. Maybe not intensity, but certainly physicality. And as much as we were still largely controlling it, they were putting themselves about, and that was the thing. And we've seen it so often in the last season and a half, as we're just such a lightweight team. On the 50th minute, Tavernier with a free kick 25 yards from goal, bounced right in front of the keeper, an easy take. 51st minute, a shot from Dundee United went well wide. 52nd minute, a quick break with Ant-Man to Rothwell, who plays it to the right side, and we have a shot, but it was gathered by the keeper. 60th minute, Gassama caught in possession at the edge of our box. Dundee United walk the ball into the box, get to the touchline, stabs the ball across goal, and we were fortunate but found our player who managed to smuggle it away. And that was kind of the careless play we were starting to see within the team. Some legs were maybe going, but there was just a lack of intensity. There was a wee kind of couple of flashpoints around that point as well. And I wouldn't say you've seen it coming, but there was more intensity with the Dundee United play at this point, and probably out of nothing, on the 66th minute, Dundee United drew level. It was a long ball over the top down the right. They cut it back, plenty of time during that point where the ball was coolly rolled to the player, He picks it up, he has time to take it to the edge of the box and shoots into the bottom left corner past Butland. We could have dealt with it so much better. One from the long ball over the top to the fact that they had so much time on the ball in our area again. 71st minute, Gassama off and Chermiti on, and then Dundee United went 2-1 up on the 75th minute. Our team was absolutely static once again. Dundee United had a shot and a huge save from Butland, played it back out, still so static. Dundee United fight to win the ball back, they pick it up and a stunning shot into the net. Now granted, you can't take anything away from the actual final shot, but the play from us was just diabolical. So many opportunities to get the ball away properly, we just never done so. Again, the story of our season. 82nd minute, Asgard, Antman and Rothwell off, Curtis, Moore and Barron on. 83rd minute, a great cross from Magoma, a header by Chermiti off the head of the defender and just wide. And on the 87th minute, Tavernier drew us level to make it 2 each. A stunning goal with Moore down the right, in the box, he cuts it back with a small layoff to Tavernier who was charging in, and he has a shot from just inside the box and into the back of the net. I mean, I don't know what Tavernier was celebrating for. He should have just picked the ball up straight away, get the ball back on the centre circle to start again. 88th minute, a shot from Dundee United in the box and a big save out for the corner by Butland, and that's how the game wrapped up. So more of the same as we've seen. A game of two halves. You went into half time thinking this is pretty good. It's not imperfect, as I said, but it's certainly an improvement. And then we've seen the game of two halves once again in the second half. Came out with no intensity, no fight whatsoever. And is this a case of that these players have got no fight in them and that's just their disposition, or has it been coached into them that way where they just don't play with any fight and they're so timid? I don't know. But this is why we need the manager in quickly. Could Muscat be the right man? Quite possibly. But this comes a point when we need to get him in straight away. We cannot wait this 4 weeks or however many it is. I mean, here's the best of it is, and I don't think anybody's thought of this yet, is what happens if we wait all this time and he doesn't actually end up winning the league, but in that meantime it's cost us several games because we've not got a manager in. That's not going to go down too well with anybody, and he's going to be playing off the back foot straight away from that one there. So Dave's still on his holidays. We won't have a main podcast back for a couple of weeks yet. However, I'll be back with a post-match on Thursday after the Brand game. That'll be another big important game. Will we have the proper manager in place by that point? Who knows? All that's left to say is I hope that didn't spoil the rest of your weekend. We've come to expect it these days now, unfortunately. But thanks for listening and goodbye.